Hey, here you go. It's your Keto Daddy, Jamie Caparoso, doing your Q&A for you. So one of the questions I get quite often is about electrolytes. And when you're starting your ketogenic diet in the beginning, electrolytes are really important, especially if you're going to start working out too. So when you have the absence of carbs, what's going to happen is that carbs usually hold a lot of your water, and with losing your carbs, you lose a lot of your water. That's why you lose that water weight in the beginning. But also you kind of get a little drop in blood pressure, which makes you kind of foggy, sometimes referred to as the carb flu. So in the beginning, it's especially important to make sure you keep your electrolytes up. So one of the things that I do, especially for those that work out or you do an intense CrossFit workout like I do, or powerlifting or anything strength training, or even runners, okay? So I try to keep my sodium up high, and I usually take just something simple like a cup of broth or bouillon about a half hour out before working out. Now, this is the cheap stuff. You can get fancy, but 1 teaspoon of this actually has a large source of sodium in it. I think it's something like 890 milligrams, if I remember right. Now, this one isn't perfect. Like I said, it even has some MSG in it, and but what you're really going after is a high salt. So a lot of times some people will use pink Himalayan, or my favorite is Malden's sea salt flakes. I think that stuff's great. I salt the heck out of my food with this stuff. If you haven't tried this yet, this is great. Magnesium is another important electrolyte. Stephen Finney and Jeff Volek in their books write a lot about slow mag. I like that a lot. I just recently discovered by Pure Essence Labs, Magnesium Plus, an ionic fizz. If you guys are dealing with any type of anxiety or anything like that, this slow mag works great. Another one is potassium, but I found that you really have to be sweating heavy to get into wearing out your potassium. So I try to stick to the high sodium, especially before a workout, and I keep the magnesium up to keep the cramping away. Potassium is like a third one that I worry about, but not too often. Too much potassium, I've read in a couple of different articles, you can actually get an irregular heartbeat with, so I avoid that unless you really sweat it out. So those are some things that I use, especially if you're feeling carb flu in the beginning. Something simple as a cup of broth, and like I said, you can go as cheap or you can go fancy, but it's the sodium you're after. So anyway, that's another one of my frequently asked questions. I hope that helps. Keto Daddy, talk to you soon. Bye.